So those are all important things, and I think fitness lends itself to. It's not just about fitness because you want to be this CrossFit god. It's about fitness because you just want a good quality of life. That's really what it is. Hi, it's Colton, week 3. I've actually lost a couple of pounds, for those of you that are following, which is pretty cool.
Let's start off with the basic of what is your experience being vegan and going out to eat? What are your favorite restaurants, so on and so forth?
One of my favorite places that I can actually walk to is Olive Garden. And they actually are much more health conscious than they used to be when I was a kid. And I grew up eating Olive Garden. Love Italian food. I love it. And I know people are going to be looking at like Olive Garden, but Olive Garden, first of all, the breadsticks are vegan. Regardless of whether you're vegan or not, you can't get non-vegan breadsticks at Olive Garden. The breadsticks are vegan. All the marinara sauces and red sauces are vegan. Almost all of their noodles are vegan because most Italian noodles are actually vegan because they're made without egg and milk. The other cool thing is me and my wife, because we don't eat meat, it's incredible going out, the price difference. We can go to a really, really nice Italian restaurant in downtown LA and walk out for 50 or 60 bucks total. Whereas for most people, they're gonna walk into that restaurant and spend anywhere from 130 to 200 bucks just for a lunch for 2 people. So easily. So for us, it's cool because we get to eat at A-list places. We get to eat incredibly well prepared food, but we do so for like pretty cheap prices.
Last week you talked about Cam Newton as a vegan. Are there other people in the mainstream that people can look up to, or people that inspired you to become vegan?
A lot of people who even aren't vegan are trying to be vegan, like a lot of pop stars and a lot of people like that. Like Jay-Z and Beyonce are constantly about plant-based diet, even though they themselves have documented they're having a hard time turning to that. But one of my favorites, especially because I love the sport. I love basketball. I love it. I have a friend, and we literally will sit down and talk about basketball for like 6 hours at a time because we just love the game so much. So for us, basketball is a sport where veganism has really started to take hold, especially for some of the bigger guys who are really trying to manage their weight and give longevity to their career. Probably the coolest vegan, because I just really like him as a person, is Kyrie Irving. He's a very thoughtful person, very intellectual person, big on charity, big on helping people. But I think the thoughtfulness that Kyrie Irving brings to it definitely is cool because he talks about all of the aspects of it. It's not just a career thing for him, it's a lifestyle thing for him, and I like that.
You have had health issues in the past. How has the training in the vegan diet or the vegetarian diet prior to the last 2 weeks helped heal you?
Well, for me, health issues are part of the reason I got into this in the first place. For about a year, a little over a year actually, because I sit all day, because I'm riding all day, I had developed tenseness in some of the muscles in my legs. I'm naturally a bigger guy, and I had started to develop excruciating pain, piriformis syndrome, which is where the muscle like chomps down on the sciatic nerve because it's so tight, and it is excruciating. It's like having sciatica. And there were times where I got out of bed and I couldn't do anything, and my wife had to literally escort me to the couch and lay me up in ice and just ice and water and all these things. And for like my friends would invite me to go play basketball, or my friends would invite me to even go to a theme park, and even getting in and out of certain carriages was tough. I had to brace myself and take my time, and I'm looking around and I'm like, I'm 29 years old, I'm 28 years old, and that shouldn't be where my body is. I shouldn't be old now, and I think it's easy in our current world to get very sedentary. And so I started the training exercises is really to open up and kind of alleviate some of that stuff, to get stronger, to get looser. I'm not very naturally flexible. So working on kind of breaking through those boundaries, and the more I learned about veganism and just the good it does for your body, but specifically things like that, specifically things like circulation and overall life quality, and just the nature of all the information just boom, just pouring in on me. I was like, okay, I have to try this because I'm going to turn 30, and when I turn 30, I want to be healthy. And so being able to get up and it's amazing because little things have become victories for me. Being able to, my wife and I walk to dinner and a movie. Well, it's 2 miles each way, so it's a 4-mile walk to get there and back. And that used to be such a chore, and now it's awesome. It's so cool. It's a great way to spend time together. Things like that to kind of promote an active lifestyle. And that's where it started too. It didn't start with, okay, my piriformis is hurt, I'm gonna get into the gym 5 days a week, or I'm gonna do this. It started with, okay, what are the things I need to be doing to be living a more active lifestyle? I need to be going on more walks, getting more active, going out and doing things. And that's been the most exciting thing for me. It sounds silly, but because most people, especially our age, are looking at me like, what do you mean you can't run? What do you mean you can't, well, that seems silly, like I can do that already. But I think you have to look at the small victories for yourself. I don't need to dunk like LeBron or be able to, jump and contort my body like an AJ Green or somebody like that. I just want to be able to live my life with high quality and low pain, and be around for when my wife wants to do things, or when any of my pets are trying to do things, and be a part of that. So I think that that's why I got started here, and that's why I'm kind of opening myself up to these video documentaries, is to show people that you don't have to be a personal trainer, and your goals don't have to be, I need to be huge, or I need to run a triathlon or anything like that. Sometimes it's just, I want to look good, I want to feel good, and I want to be functional in my life, be able to jump over things and do things and get around and physically competent. And that's a power that I'm taking back, and I don't plan on letting go of. So thank you for sticking with us through week 3. We have a lot more cool stuff to come, and hopefully you guys are having as much fun with it as I am. So have a great day, and be well.